Well, here we are, folks, and just insane. It's another day in Colin's life. Just doing a little diary here. Figure I'll keep it going. It's probably the last thing that I'll ever get told for anything. Um, Rome has stepped out of the limelight. I have been told by one person out there very close to a situation. Japan is asking to be secondary tribal again. Mostly because it's losing so many Roman friends and situations of that and its connection there. It's a very bloody situation. It's what happens. Anybody who's considered secondary, partial, or anything else will be removed. And they had to find out what it was and everything else, and it was the uh, evolution of the Japanese sword and the grimoire of it. And when they came back and they unified with them, which is back to the orc swords. With this underneath it all, and the travelings of their alchemists, kind of like just parodied in the cartoon show Full Metal Alchemist and then Black Clover. I just have to say, it's very interesting. There's a few other things. I think I might try and do the South Pacific thing here with something else after seeing Moana. I shouldn't have ever seen it probably. I had it all worked out and just didn't have time to see it back at the massive overtime and everything else years ago. Moving along, watching State of the Union really late, 1:32 the next day from it in the morning. But just insane with everything. I'm not going to be talked to from anybody, and I'm not supposed to have anything come to me until it's in Latin. I'm not supposed to have anything to do with anything over in Russia, Ukraine, or any of that. Have any conversation with it. I've been blocked on every meta platform out there. They're going to put it down as racism and say that I'm a yellow extremist for whatever small amount of it that there is with me. I've been told by a bunch of other people that I'm red and someone else has been put on punishment and he's going to go out and get all my money for whatever it is, in brown or something else. And with everything, all things considered, I don't really care about what they're going to be fussing at me with. But, I really try to stay out of it because I'm really not in this fight or shindig or whatever it is. Being as honest with you as humanly possible. I mean, most white people wouldn't accept me. But moving on from it, I was told one thing and I sent it to one guy. Probably won't read it and it'll be in the spotlights or whatever it is. So I won't even get a single leak from any of the high-end security groups, any knuckleheads, anything else like that, any of the others out there, or anything else. Any of the extreme taunting and stuff, they're even getting them. And I will be honest, these people, I know everybody will just be, oh, you're saying they're primitive and everything else, and we've white supremacy to you. They're cave artists. Every single person. And if there's black people in it, it's like, you said that about, oh, please, just jump in there with the rest of them. Whatever the hell you said that about homosexuals. Jump in there with the rest of them. There ain't a white person out there that will accept me except in the most liberal, democratic area. And then with that, it's like it's just a photo op. So, screw off. You don't have to accept me. I'm not coming for dinner or something else. Okay? And you can take the color mutt stuff and go and shove it up that Boston Terrier with the butterfly. Actually, that's an insult to the Boston Terrier my cousin had as a kid. Go shove it up that Boston, whatever the hell it is, asshole of whoever it is up there, and go away. Thank you. But they have made the call over there that they know they are lesser than Jesus Christ. And they've been complaining about no rations, no water or anything. So Putin is, in a way, invoking a form of the law of the land. They are officially, if it comes out in any transcript, is going to be that they are under Jesus Christ. Not that they know they are lesser than. So this is a complete mistranslation out of what I know from the Slavic areas. I'm not really well versed in it. I was told that it was treason if they ever taught me anything of Russian, and I have begged back in high school. Just to even have like the Russian alphabet with just the letters underneath it. I was told that they would actually have the right to bring a gun to school and execute me, military style. And that was by one of my band conductors. And it's like I used to hang around afterwards, and one of them got put in, and she was demoted from having the ability to go get a doctorate degree to only having a straight 4-year. So she'll never be able to make more than $60,000. And when the inflation comes, she was going to be wiped out. Unless she could get a good husband. So she could never marry anybody she wanted to. And that was just me over there, and we had to do the alphabet with the feet and band. It's one of those things they do, and they're all doing it in Russian. And she had been taught by one of the other band conductors. But anyway, moving on. They'll probably blame Coach Roach, which he has a lot to be blamed for, but whatever. That's just the way it rolls around here. You know, as they said, I was lucky to be allowed to graduate high school and not be a school shooting victim for publicity's sake of something. And it's like, that's the police that are nice in the local area. Anyway, moving right along, as I kind of feel like Brian Becker hitting the shoulder, holding up his hands going, "You're that stupid, you football players." God. Anyway, Putin is saying eat the Ukrainians and the civilians. If they've used a vacuum bomb is not explosive. It is a chemical reaction bomb that you have to have a certain type of static field, mostly made by high-end cell phones. Basically, granted, high-end cell phone towers from the mid-90s that would probably have been in New York or San Francisco somewhere, and a rhodium filter that will keep it from turning all the oxygen into carbon dioxide with the type of gas that goes out there. One of these wonderful people that I know that might have the last name, probably need a pager to get them, probably help make it. Sure, there's no way to say that there is an Okie dokie Oklahoma Tulsa connection with her husband. We just like watching the rolling hills of the land out there, and been like, fourth war they've been at us again with it, but we love them. Who cares? And loss. But anyway, moving along with it, if this was, it would never have a thermal detonational look. You would have to see it on space with a flyover and have it scanned for specific situations. I'm sure that there's something that they probably made that is thermal with it. I mean, that would be an excellent way of dispersing it very quickly with the concussion wave if it didn't do anything with it. But this is what it is. And I'm just wanting to be honest with you. He's invoked that. So if they used um, a vacuum bomb, it was to kill the civilians and eat them and the people in the area. They might have taken the rations first, but there's also another one that was said, and I typed it down when it came through. Honestly, don't know what I did with it. Probably could look it up. However, it's they know they are outside His grace, or else the grace of Christ. Pretty sure, I think right now the exact quote, they know they are outside the grace of Jesus Christ, which is saying that Ukraine doesn't have a national religion as such in Europe, since Putin is a national religion. Everyone born there is born Eastern Orthodox, and if not, they are not considered citizens. So most of their people that are considered that, it's kind of like do or die or commit suicide. So that's where they're getting a lot of their rebel commandos at. They can go out there and colonize any new land, but as soon as it's annexed into Russia, they have to move on. They know no other language or anything else. I'm not saying they're any specific ethnic group or anything else, but a conglomerate of that which is uncommunicable in Orthodox, the new Orthodox Russian of the Democratic Russian presidentially elected theocracy. Now, the other thing is that one where they're outside His grace. That means a second Reich power has sent someone over there. More than likely the Spanish, because they are the construct. The only other group that this could be is secondary tribal Italians, if Putin is trying to run things as a crusade. The Holy See could not stop anybody if they were doing that to bring Christendom to an area. If that's been called in, then those people are being let loose to say they can live like they did at Bunker Hill and like they were doing over at the cow pens and making human sacrifices and eating the dead Americans that they had shot. They're just going to be doing it with Ukrainians. I will not be spoken to unless there's anything else and it's Latin based. Or Latin. Actually, Latin was the words. Don't contact Colin again. Do not ask him, prod him, or poke him for any reason unless it's Latin. And the Pope will be using Muslim manpower. And as Mussolini, Hitler, and Hirohito decided, Muslims make better warriors than Christians. Christians are those of the Western colonial powers, pretty much. Muslims are those of the Eastern Orthodox, not Islam, as History Channel says. Can't believe everything on there because basically you just need 48, 50, states to have a person in their state capital university to say Muslim. Ain't that Islamic? Islam, Muslim. Or else we call that, there's slaves in that one language in England, but we hate them. Anyway, in looking at this, we're just making Russia stronger through meekness. we are playing into the Reich's dictational hand. I'm going to end this right here. I'm sure I've rambled on enough. Have a wonderful day. Colin Dawson, Daily Log, over and out.